your fangirl Teal'c, and it's time for some more Stargate SG-1 fun. Are you ready? I know I am. Let's do this. Season 4, Episode 2. I'm super excited to share some designs from our merch store. Show your FanGeek pride with official FanGeek merch on shirts, caps, bags, and more. Check out our new designs. We've got classic gate quotes we love, like "Calm up" and "Indeed." If you have a custom design you'd like to see, please let us know in the comments below. Now back to the reaction. Usually have to run like that for an unscheduled off-world activation. Find cover?
I still can't make it out. Try to filter out the subspace RF interference.
Carter?
Colonel, sir, this is the 5th incoming wormhole in the last hour and a half.
Alright, I'm here 2 hours early. When did you get here?
I haven't left yet.
I haven't left yet.
Didn't I order you to get a life?
Yes, sir, you did, but this is...
I just heard this a radio signal this time?
Yeah, but the frequency they're using is being distorted just outside the range of our equipment. We're trying to make the adjustment.
What are you doing here?
If someone's trying to contact us, how often does that happen? We can receive that, Major.
Okay, pipe it through the speakers. And try to match it so we can transmit back from our end.
I repeat, this is your Rocket base, having reached the other side.
Oh my god.
Salah, if you can hear me, please respond.
This is Major Carter of the United States Air Force. It is imperative that you send no one else through the gate.
They can't hear you, Major. We still haven't matched their frequency.
Historians believe this Stargate is a portal to the world of our ancestors. Your kindred are besieged by a powerful enemy unwilling to listen to reason. Our supplies are all but gone. Our defenses are on the verge of collapse. Help us, please.
Right. There were 4 off-world activations prior to this one. The iris was closed the entire time. How many impact events did the computer record?
3.
Oh, they lost 3 people at least.
So, 3 dead.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go look up Uranda.
Uranda? Europe?
Not your fault, Carter. Come on.
Could have been hostile. There's a reason the iris is there. They didn't send a radio frequency first. You had no way of knowing. It doesn't change that lives were lost.
Your kindred are besieged by a powerful enemy unwilling to listen to reason. Our supplies are all but gone. Our defenses are on the verge of collapse. Help us, please.
I know that voice. Why do I know that voice?
All right, assuming they make contact again, and assuming they transmit the coordinates to the world, what kind of help can we seriously offer?
Food, clothing, medical supplies.
Clearly, they seek military assistance above all else.
God knows who they're up against.
They themselves may be Goa'uld. Such a ruse would be keeping within their tactics.
I don't think that's the case, Teal'c.
They call themselves our kindred.
Some of whom have already met their deaths against the closed iris. That's hardly the ground on which to build diplomatic relations.
Uh-oh.
Sir, we have another off-world activation. We've made an adjustment to our equipment, Major. Two-way communication shouldn't be a problem this time.
Thank you, Sergeant.
This is Alar of the nation-state of Uranda. If anyone can hear me...
Alara, this is General Hammond of the United States Air Force. Can you hear me?
Yes. And may I say, General, that your voice answers our prayers.
We've heard your message and are considering your request for help.
I am prepared to step through the portal immediately.
We cannot allow that.
May I ask why?
We have in place an impenetrable shield called an iris that would result in your death.
free volunteers we sent through the portal?
There was no way to determine if they were friend or foe.
I see. And that is still the case. Clearly, we must gain your trust.
You're transmitting visual. How?
Now you can see for yourself.
That's why I recognize his voice. I knew him from something.
We do.
There is
Star
much
Trek.
my people have to offer in exchange for your help. If I could speak with you in person.
We need to know more about this enemy you're facing.
We have coexisted on this world for centuries. Now they occupy the majority of Yoronda's landmass.
Rules on anybody we know.
How have you managed to survive for so long?
Our facility is deep underground, protected by defense fields, and our weapons technology is far superior, but now one or two of their bombers penetrate our airspace each day.
How did you find us?
We discovered the Stargate while creating the tunnels for our defense facilities. There were writings on the ancient stone it was buried beneath. We are under attack. I must return to the war room. Please, help us.
Never know what side of a war you're going into, though.
So, what do? There is nothing that can be done, Daniel Jackson, without the coordinates to their world.
We've got them. He transmitted them before disengaging.
I know it seems hopeless, and I know there are a lot of unanswered questions, but this is the first time the descendants of Earth have actually called home. I mean, either we try to do something, or we let them die.
It's your call, sir.
Colonel,
Now, I already know what you're going to say,
you have a go.
but from a strictly humanitarian point of view...
What?
What?
We cannot and would not devote the resources to turn the tide of a world war. However, as Dr. Jackson points out, there are humanitarian concerns. We'll start with all the food and medical supplies you can take with you. Major, perhaps?
We're on it, sir.
I had a whole speech.
Colonel, humanitarian concerns aside, we may have finally met an advanced civilization willing to exchange technology to help us defend against the Goa'uld.
I thought, sir.
I've already talked to the President and Joint Chiefs. If the Urandan government is open to trade, you're authorized to negotiate.
Yeah, backup plan.
SG-1, you're to report back within 24 hours. If you do not, your GDOs will be locked out.
You've got that look.
To which look are you referring, Leo?
The one that says I have misgivings about this mission, but deep down I know we're doing the right thing?
No, the other one.
Oh.
Oh.
You have come.
It's a Lars, sir. He needs medical attention.
Teal'c, give me a hand here.
Disarm, now! Where did you come from?
These are our kindred of Earth. They have come to save us. I was on my way to the Stargate to contact you again.
The defense field is down to minimum sustainable strength.
told you our kindred would come, Farrell.
You'll win the People's Medal for this.
Bombing's eased up.
We are far more protected here, where the defense field is strongest, than in the tunnels where we discovered the Stargate.
How's your head?
Well enough to show you what you have come to save.
Take it easy, Alar. You might have a concussion.
Our beta canton assures an immediate recovery, Major. I'm quite fine.
Supplies are being distributed as we speak.
Apparently they need everything.
Who is this?
Alar, this is Teal'c.
You are not of their kin?
I am in fact a Jafar. Though like you, my ancestors are descendants of the Tari.
The Tari is Earth.
He's part of our team.
Uh-oh.
Is he?
I think we're about to find out.
Then, welcome.
Tricky part. Notice anything?
You appear to be a leader among your people.
I am accorded the respect of my father. He was among our leadership when the war began. Now that we are fewer in numbers, we each share in the daily work.
You do know the Stargate is capable of transporting your people to other worlds.
Yes, that seemed apparent.
Then why haven't you tried to evacuate through the Stargate?
Because of what I am about to show you.
They're in stasis.
Their autonomic functions have been regulated so that their hearts beat but once every few minutes. We had little choice but to live underground, and this facility's resources are limited. It was the only way to preserve the generation of my father.
May they be revived again.
Not until the day we reclaim our world.
How many are there?
Thousands sleep here. Thousands more in another chamber like this one. Awaiting the end of a war that will not end. From this room, we conduct our national defense.
For all of Iran.
Yes. A single enemy recon drone approaches our airspace, sir.
Thank you, Controller. Each station is capable of piloting a formation of unmanned aerofighters. Because of these men and women, enemy bombers rarely return to their homeland.
Most impressive.
What about ground attack?
The fighters are capable of deterring it, but the enemy has not risked such an attack in several years.
For what reason? You are both outnumbered and surrounded. Why would they not press their advantage?
The atmosphere of Yolanda has been poisoned since the war began. The surface is unlivable.
And forgive me if this sounds, what is there left to fight over?
It will not always be this way. An enemy craft is approaching our perimeter. Would any of you care to attempt to shoot it down?
The target is merely an unmanned reconnaissance drone sent for bomb damage assessment.
Unmanned.
Think of it as a demonstration, Colonel. Are not your people more likely to be forthcoming with assistance if we have something to offer in exchange?
Sure.
That's a whole idea. This reeks, guys. Something about this is all up in the stanky.
Does this thing take quarters, or...?
You will find the weapon system most intuitive. The hand controls are secondary. Targeting and vectoring occur as a result of direct neural interface.
card?
It'll do whatever your mind wants it to do, sir.
Whoa! Things fast?
You were piloting several aerofighters at once in formation.
Yeah, got it. 11 o'clock. Looks like a biplane.
Nice. Well done.
Yeah. Not bad. Not bad for an old guy, huh? What's with him?
Olan is one of our best pilots, Colonel, but he's spent most of his adult life in that chair. Years of exposure to the neural interface is damaging. Very few of us, including myself, can ever pilot again without risking what has happened to Olan.
Excuse me?
Rest assured, Colonel, your brief exposure will cause you no harm. Now, come, let us celebrate our new alliance.
Is that what just happened?
I intended to save this bottle to toast the end of the war. May the friendship between our worlds be the first step toward that end. To friendship.
To friendship.
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 You did not join in the pledge.
I do not consume alcohol.
Were you impressed by our weapons system, Colonel O'Neill?
Oh, yeah. We'll take a dozen.
This food you have brought is most flavorful.
We can do much better, believe me.
You must understand that we have survived on nothing more than hydroponically grown yeasts for many years.
Is that what this is?
Your power generation requirements must be enormous.
Do you not utilize controlled fusion on Earth?
Controlled?
Fusion?
It is a most
that
efficient
nuclear?
means of power generation. Unfortunately, the deuterium oxide fuel we require to operate our reactors is now in short supply.
Heavy water. It's like regular water, sir, except the hydrogen nucleus contains two...
I know what heavy
Water is.
Major. And if that's what the Rondans need, we'd be happy to provide.
In return, we can teach your people how to construct weapons systems such as ours. Aerofighters, stasis devices, fusion reactors.
Sounds fair.
Look at
Okay.
Carter.
Medicine.
Oh, right. We were very impressed with that beta candy stuff.
Beta Canton, of course.
Jack,
Daniel?
shouldn't we ask them what they want the heavy water for?
Oh, I don't think so.
The power generated by your heavy water would be used to reinforce our defenses, Dr. Jackson.
Daniel?
And in due course, to strike back at the enemy.
Which is exactly what he was afraid of.
Daniel? Shouldn't we have this discussion some other time?
No, I don't think so.
Surely you can understand our desire to end a war that has lasted for a generation.
No, I do understand that, Alara. I do. It's just that Stargate, because it's capable of transporting your people to another world entirely.
But I have told you, thousands of our people are in stasis.
We'll take them out of stasis and find a new home.
Then what would all this have been for? This is our home.
I'm sorry, I just don't understand why you would want to continue to fight a war when there's another choice.
Daniel? You heard the man.
You said yourself that the atmosphere is poisoned. What is there left to win?
Enemy bombers have penetrated the outer perimeter.
Defense stations.
Please excuse us. We'll be in the war room once you reach your decision.
Next time I tell you to shut up.
I didn't hear you tell me to shut up.
Too subtle for you?
Well, for once, yes. Would you hear me out?
Carter? Our standing orders, what are they?
To seek new allies and procure technologies to aid in the defense against the goal.
And have we carried out those orders?
We came here to help them.
Is that not what we are doing, General Jackson?
No, their whole world is in flames and we're offering gasoline. How is that help?
We are, in fact, offering water.
Thank you.
I was speaking metaphorically.
Well, stop it. It's not fair to Teal'c. Decisions made.
This mission has never had anything to do with helping them, has it? We came here to help ourselves.
Carter, take Daniel back with you. Tell him and we struck a deal.
Yes, sir.
You don't give a damn what's going to happen to them. You want their technology and you're taking advantage of their situation.
Yes, I am Daniel. They're getting something they want. We're getting everything we want. I don't have a problem with that. Carter?
We're on our way, sir.
This conversation isn't over.
No, you're right, Daniel. It's never over with you. It's always the same damn thing.
This has got nothing to do with me.
Do you even realize what they're offering?
At what price?
Oh, for crying out loud.
Where are you going?
To see what I can do to help.
And that's what it'll take to change his mind. Because I have a feeling he's about to see something he ain't gonna like. He's not getting the whole story.
I am not defending him, Daniel. I happen to agree with him.
Well, don't you realize what we'd be doing?
Major? Doctor?
Sir, Colonel O'Neill has negotiated access and availability to virtually every advanced Urandan technology in exchange for an unspecified quantity of heavy water.
That's all they want.
That's all.
What do they want it for?
Thank you. Thank you for asking the question.
As you know, sir, heavy water contains deuterium.
Which can be used to make nuclear weapons.
Yes, but they use it to fuel nuclear fusion generators.
Fusion?
According to Alar, the additional power would be enough to stave off defeat.
They're willing to share that technology as well?
Of course they're willing. They're desperate.
Yes, sir, everything. And it is incredible. They are at least 100 years ahead of us, maybe more. But if we don't act soon, they are going to be overrun.
Sergeant Simon?
I'll get right on it, sir.
Doctor, you don't approve.
You said yourself that we could not and would not devote the resources necessary to win a war.
Obviously, I was speaking in terms of committing military assets, human lives.
But there was a moral issue.
Yes.
But if we can provide the power of all that and more in the form of water, then the moral issue just
disappears.
I shouldn't have to remind you that Apophis is alive and at present capable of wiping us from the face of this earth without contest. It is the mandate of this organization to make sure that doesn't happen.
I understand that. I do.
And yet,
we've only ever seen one side of this. Do we even know why they're fighting?
For their lives.
Yes, and I was all for saving those lives, but we're about to go way, way, way beyond that. We're about to turn the tide of a world war that we know nothing about against an enemy that we know nothing about. Is that the right way to get their technology? Yes, but is it the right thing to do?
are you on the side of Hitler right now?
Yes, it is.
Send a formation to the west. They're amassing bombers on that front. How long?
Major Carter and Daniel Jackson will return as soon as they are able.
There are too many.
Use a couple more pilots?
Yes.
Aero fighter squadron vectoring to target.
Enemy bombers incoming, bearing 00 Mark 3.
Yeah, I see him.
This is all you were able to bring?
On short notice, yes.
This much will not last a day.
There's more coming. We thought it would be best to bring what little we could as soon as possible.
More is on the way, you're certain?
Much more, yes.
Add the fuel to the reactors immediately and set the defense field to full power. A demonstration to the enemy. We must show them that we are strong once more.
In the meantime, we have a question.
Yes. As soon as the attack is over, we will provide all that we have promised. Come, it isn't safe.
Enemy bombers over the city.
I have all my little antenna are going off. Something smells fishy. This is not good. Why are you underground? Why are you in bunkers, tunnels? You know, this doesn't look all... I see green. I see clouds. I'm not seeing toxic.
No one sounded close.
Directly above us in the old city. Let me show you another of the wonders we intend to share with you for all you've done. The field generator is capable of repelling the force of many bombs like a great shield. It has saved our people from destruction for my entire life. You see, the fuel you brought has strengthened it again.
How long will that last?
For several hours.
I'm certain we'll be able to send more heavy water by then.
Mine's going for the deck.
What's he doing?
O'Neill, are you alright?
Enemy bomber destroyed.
What the hell was that?
The lead aero fighter in your formation struck an enemy bomber head-on.
I saw people in that thing. You said they were unmanned.
I said the reconnaissance craft was an unmanned drone. It presented an easy target and therefore a suitable demonstration. But their bombers are manned. You have killed several of our enemy, Colonel, and we are grateful.
That's not what he signed up for.
He is remembered.
For whom do you pledge this remembrance?
My father. Through his vision, our nation has survived.
I see.
It is customary among our people to formalize new alliances such as ours. In exchange for all our knowledge, technology, medicines, Earth will provide us with however much heavy water as we require to end this war once and for all. Do not be alarmed, Colonel, merely 3 or 4 times that which you have just provided on a daily basis.
That adds up to several metric tons a year, sir.
It's a small price to pay for what we offer in return.
Alar, listen.
Silence.
What?
Silence. I hardly recognize it. When at full strength, our defense field makes us as invulnerable as when I was a boy. I propose that we write into words what we already share in our hearts.
Before we do that, I have a question.
General Hammond would also like to know, sir.
It's all right, Colonel. I don't mind.
How did this war start?
The first enemy bombs fell on Yoronda in a surprise attack. I was a boy of 9. I remember that night. I remember the floor of the room in which my father had sequestered me shook with each explosion. I remember knowing that each bomber that got through meant that another building, another home, Another street in the city above me was gone. That is how this war began, Doctor.
And for that, we have only your word.
3 of our best men died attempting to reach Earth through your Stargate.
Well, that was an accident.
And we have only your word.
Damn.
Any more questions, Daniel?
Yes, I'd like to know more about your enemy.
Is this part of your bargaining process, Colonel?
Not normally.
What more can we promise than everything we have?
Why don't you just answer the question?
Colonel O'Neill, do we have an agreement?
We do.
Jack.
Daniel?
Shut up.
Shut up.
Even Teal'c has that look on his face.
Sir, if you're going to go back and tell General Hammond, I would like to stay here and take a look at their fusion technology.
Fine.
It would be my pleasure to show you personally.
The pretty blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl? Oh, this is getting worse and worse.
I understand you shot down an enemy bomber for us, Colonel. Congratulations. Perhaps you'll try your hand at it again?
I don't think so.
Well, if you're concerned about lives lost, remember they're your enemy now. And I look forward to your return. Which reminds me, perhaps it would be best if the Jaffa did not return.
Teal'c? Why? He hasn't said a word.
It's not what he said. It's what he is.
Well, he's different. I'll grant you that.
Not like us.
And there it is.
Major Carter, after you.
We're not going.
Why?
Teal'c and I are gonna have a look around first. You ask questions.
I thought you told me to.
I know what I said,
Daniel.
It was rude, short-sighted, and I'm sorry.
Well, thank you for recognizing it.
Now I'm saying this. Go ask questions. Lots of questions.
One single fusion reactor is capable of generating power for the entire facility. I assume you extract deuterium from seawater.
Yes. 70% of the Earth's surface is ocean, so heavy water production shouldn't be a problem.
The sea from which we used to extract our own heavy water, as you call it, is now in enemy hands, hundreds of miles away. You can see that the storage tanks are nearly empty.
You must have been building this place long before the war started.
The war was inevitable.
Well, how long did you expect to stay down here?
Until the air was free from poison. Excuse me.
Why is the air poison?
So what's your impression of Alar? He is concealing something. Like what? I am unsure. He is concealing it.
That would be what concealing means. What you doing? Oh, you're in the cold storage room.
What is it, O'Neill?
Not like us.
They're the same.
damn one of them's the same.
They're purging the planet.
Farrell,
Doctor.
I just thought that since we're going to be allies, I thought we should get to know a little bit more about our new enemy. Okay. Well, you call them the enemy. Understandably, they're your enemy, but they must have a name. For example, I'm American. My grandfather was Dutch. Call them.
Sometimes we call them breeders.
Breeders.
How they reproduce. Indiscriminately, with no regard for genetic purity.
And
Really? So
the pen just dropped.
basically, they come in all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
And colors.
Yes.
Really?
This storage cylinder contains plans, specifications, and formulas upon which our technology is based. Together, I am certain we will find a means of transferring the information to your computers.
Alar, these pipes extend from the lowest level right up to the surface.
Yes.
But you said the atmosphere was poisoned. It doesn't make any sense.
Enemy bombers approach the perimeter.
Engage them.
Jack, what'd you find out? They did it. They started the war. I don't know how they did it, but they did.
I don't know how, but they did.
Where is the fuel?
There's been a delay.
What sort of delay? The enemy is attacking in force. We need that fuel.
We just have to buy a little time. Teal'c and I can help fight him off until it gets here.
Do it.
Stay in my wing, Teal'c.
It was a preemptive strike. Your enemy, when they began bombing, they were trying to stop you.
Now is not the time, Major.
The defense field is at minimum sustainable strength.
Transfer energy from the stasis room.
The Urondans built this place long before the war started. They planned it from the beginning.
Right, but how do they expect to win a war from underground?
There are these enormous gas pipes that run from holding tanks underneath this facility right up to the surface.
And the surface is poison.
They didn't just start a war. They were trying to exterminate them.
It was his vision. My father saw that breeders were spreading across the face of Yoronda like a plague, millions of them. We don't know how so many of them manage to survive, but they do in spite of our best efforts. Contact your General Hammond to tell him we need that fuel immediately.
You've got the wrong people, buddy.
We're not going to do that.
We've had one of you before.
Armed. Contact your General Hammond.
Made a mistake by letting Jack and Teal'c in there.
They're escorting the enemy bombers! What? He's attacking our own fighters!
Stop him!
These are unmanned, and he knows it. That would be unwise. What about a little poison?
It could have all been yours!
I wouldn't follow us if I were you.
We got enough racist, bigoted assholes on our planet, thanks. Go! Go! Go!
Wait! Wait! I can teach you everything I know! Just let me come with you! Please!
Not like us.
Close the iris. Do it. I take it, Colonel, that you were unable to procure any of the Urandan technologies.
That's correct, sir.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be.
We'll debrief in 1 hour.
Yes, sir.
Could have taken the knowledge. Wouldn't have been the first time. Oh, guys, that was a rough episode. What did you think? Comment below. Let me know. These have been really rough episodes lately. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, please remember to like this video. If you're not already a fellow fan geek, please subscribe to our channel. It means the world to me and to Editor Hubby. Thank you so much. And as always, hit that notification bell with your notifications turned on so that you know every time we drop a new video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!